Welcome back. We're going to do an update on the Hudson. Everyone's been asking what's happened with it. We'll show you what I've been up to. So we needed a rear bumper. After much searching, I thought an FC Holden or FE Holden bumper might work. So I reached out to my friend Mark Parnell, who donated a bumper to us. And I've cut this one up as a mock-up. So I've cut it here to change the radius. This is just clamped on at the moment. Cut it here to change the radius to match the rear fender. Then we've curved the bumper so it matches the curve of the splash pan I made. Retains the license plate surround. We've still got to do some work at this joint here because as I bent the bumper, this side, the ends curled down, so I had to reshape it here. But I'll do a join here. This joint's been hidden. This joint is in the middle, and this joint's been hidden. So we should get away with just one bolt together under this overrider. We've got to get some new overriders. Hopefully Paul's off to the Ballarat swap this weekend, so hopefully he'll find a set of overriders there. So that's really tidied up the back now. We've got the rear bumper happening. We're going to use one of the Terraplane door pulls that was straight, so I've curved it to fit the trunk. So that'll be mounted on the trunk. So we've got to curve these a bit. We'll have that chromed, and that'll be for the license plate. Lights. I especially like the way the bumper swoops down the same as the fender. It gives that whole line, keeps the whole line there. Once I've welded all the bumper back together, I'll come in here and do a final trim so this fits perfectly to the shape of the Terraplane body. So I'm really happy we came up with that. It's the last thing we had to do before we can start painting, believe it or not. We'll go to the front of the engine bay. I'll show you what I've done up there. Let's not forget the running boards. This was a task. So the old running boards were just thin, rusty, full of holes. They've been repaired 3 or 4 times. So we made new running boards. This is out of 1.6. We made them all one piece now. So they roll here down to a 90, out and roll back under. Then we've welded the front guards to them, so there is no gap here anymore. We've welded all that up. And it gives a lot cleaner effect. We'll probably go run some stainless strips on here instead of rubber. I think a big black rubber might be too much, but we'll see. So a little bit of body work I have to do front and back there just to get the lines looking good. I've got most of the door gaps sorted. We're just waiting for some rubbers so we can do a final on the hood. Okay, so on the front, we've used another piece of an FC bumper. We've turned this one upside down. I've pie cut it to get the radius of this mudguard. And then we're going to run a 37 Ford overrider, and then I'll make a cap for the end there. So the bumper's going to be 2-piece, so we can show off the whole of the grille. And then in the engine bay, we've got the engine in. It's pretty much sorted. I've had to make inner fenders here. Inner fenders there, that's the radiator support in there. So it'll be getting a coat of paint shortly. Hood sides have all been repaired. We're still going to put the spear through here, stainless spear. So it's very close to going to the paint shop. I'm going to finish welding the bumpers next week and metalworking them. Once they're on and fitted, it's off to the paint shop. Yay. Speaking of the paint shop, let's go and have a look what's going next in the booth. So originally the 56 F100 we did was going to be cream with patina and fake rust spots and faded lettering. Then Paul decided, no, let's do it properly. So Maddie's blocked the truck back again and fixed up all the minor imperfections because I painted the car in 20 pieces. It was never bolted together properly. Then we bolted together, squared it all away, and a couple of things we had to fix. And then Paul wanted a lace roof, so we laced the roof. So this is green metallic with lace. So once they've finished spraying this, it'll be the Hudson's turn to come in here, and we'll start blocking that back in a similar way, do any last minute repairs and shoot some colour on it. It's got to all be pulled apart but this time, so we're going to paint everything separate. So hopefully a lot more updates coming on the Hudson. Stay tuned. See you next week.